Well, today's topic is about brain and their sulcus, lobes, areas. Well, brain. Brain is situated within cranial cavity protected by cranial bone and supplied by sulcus arteriosus. Well, brain. The parts of brain, if we talk about the parts of the brain, there are cerebrum, midbrain, pons, medulla oblongata, and cerebellum. Our brain has four lobes: frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, temporal lobe. And our brain has three sulcus: lateral sulcus, medial or we can say central sulcus, parieto-occipital sulcus. That means our brain have four lobes: frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, temporal lobe. And our brain has three sulcus: lateral sulcus, central sulcus, or parieto and parieto-occipital sulcus. Well, if we talk about areas, there are three areas of brain. First one is motor area, second one is sensory area, and third one is association area. So motor area is also subdivided into two. There is primary motor area and second is motor speech or Broca's area. And second area and second area of our brain is sensory area, and sensory area is also subdivided into visual area, somatosensory area, auditory area, olfactory area, taste area. And the third area of brain, association area, it's also subdivided into four: premotor area, prefrontal area, parieto-occipital temporal area, vernix area or posterior speech area. So that means in our brain there are four lobes: frontal, parietal, occipital, temporal, and three sulcus: lateral, central, occipital, and three areas: motor area, sensory area, association area. Motor area is further divided into primary motor area, motor speech or Broca's area. Sensory area is also subdivided into visual area, somatosensory, auditory, olfactory, and taste area. And association is also subdivided into premotor area, prefrontal area, parieto-occipital, temporal area, vernix area, or posterior speech area. So if we talk about this structure and the structure of brain, well, this is the overall structure of brain. In this, as we can see, there is sulcus, lobes of the brain. First of all, if we talk about three sulcuses, this is the lateral sulcus. As you can see, this is the lateral sulcus, and the second is central sulcus. As you can see, this is the central sulcus where brain is divided into two. This is the central sulcus. And if we talk about third, that is parieto-occipital sulcus, and this portion is called parieto-occipital sulcus. That means in our brain we have three sulcuses. This is lateral sulcus, this is lateral sulcus, this is central sulcus, and this is parieto-occipital sulcus. If we talk about the lobes of the brain, this part is frontal lobe, this part is frontal lobe, and this part is parietal lobe, this part is parietal lobe, whereas this part is occipital lobe and this part is temporal lobe. If we talk about frontal lobe, in frontal lobe there is primary motor area, there is premotor area, there is prefrontal area, and there is motor speech or Broca's area. And this is the overall areas in frontal lobe. This is the overall areas in frontal lobe. That means this portion is frontal lobe and it contains premotor area, prefrontal area, motor speech or Broca's area, primary motor area. And this is the overall, and this area is the parietal lobe, which contains somatosensory area, visual area, taste area, vernix area, parieto-occipital temporal area. That means this parietal lobe, which is present behind the frontal lobe. This area, this lobe is parietal lobe, and it contains somatosensory area, visual area, taste area, vernix, parieto-occipital temporal area. And from this side there is the occipital lobe. In occipital lobe, cerebellum is located. As you can see that this portion is cerebellum and it is the occipital lobe. And if we talk about temporal lobe, in temporal lobe, this portion, that means this area is called a temporal lobe, and it contains auditory area, olfactory area. And as you can see that this is the temporal area lobe, and it contains two areas, auditory area, olfactory area. So this is the temporal lobe, and you can see below the temporal lobe there is pons. This area is called pons, and below the pons there is the medulla oblongata. As you can see, this area is the medulla oblongata and this area is the pons, and this overall is called spinal cord, and this overall portion is called spinal cord. This area is called pons and this is called medulla oblongata, and this overall portion, and this is the this branch like structure is called spinal cord, and this is the cerebellum, which is the smallest part of the brain. So this is overall structure. As if anybody want to take screenshot, this is the overall structure, and this is all about the frontal this is all about the lobes and areas of the brain.